Greetings, Dragon Nation. I'm your host, Dragon King Tom, back again to guide you through an overview of the five nations and the key facts you should know about them.
1. Fire Nation culture. Society and values. Militaristic and hierarchical. The Fire Nation stands as a rigid empire built on an unforgiving hierarchy, where only the fiercest discipline and indomitable strength can propel an individual to the summit of power. Honor is the empire's highest currency, strength its measure of worth, power its ultimate pursuit. War is not merely a necessity but a crucible of distinction, and every battlefield is a proving ground where combatants may carve their names into the annals of personal glory and imperial supremacy. Forged in fire. Their civilization is forged upon blazing anvils. Master smiths, visionary engineers, and flame-bending adepts command the utmost reverence, for it is through their craft that fire's true potential is unlocked. They hold as sacred the conviction that their lineage was tempered in primordial flame, and each generation must prove worthy of that inheritance. When youth stand on the threshold of adulthood, they enter the trial by fire, an ordeal of searing heat and daunting feats that tempers courage, will, and spirit into unbreakable steel. Fire worship. The Fire Nation venerates blazing deities and ember-bright spirits, each a living emblem of passion, ruin, and renewal. To them, flame is no mere instrument of destruction, it is the crucible of change, the spark of invention, and the hearth from which new life emerges. Aesthetic and traditions. Architecture. Colossal fortresses of crimson and obsidian stone tower against the sky, their walls seeming to smolder with trapped heat. Arches sweep upward in sinuous, flame-like curves, and every buttress and balcony bears flowing motifs that echo the restless motion of fire, a theme mirrored in the swirling, ember-bright patterns adorning their garments. Rituals. Fire pulses through their festivities. Dancers whirl around soaring flames, acrobats vault over glowing embers and practiced adepts swallow tongues of fire. At life's great crossroads, births, unions, departures, they kindle consecrated pyres, letting each blaze bear witness to the moment's significance. Art. Meticulously wrought bronzes, gilded masterpieces, and other works in precious metals, paired with bold, incandescent art sparked by flames and volcanic power. 2. Water Nation culture. Society and values. Fluid and adaptive. The Water Nation prizes adaptability and diplomacy, letting social structures flow as effortlessly as the rivers that sustain them. Cooperation, flexibility, and a deep kinship with nature, especially with the rivers, lakes, and oceans that cradle their settlements, shape every custom and decision. Spiritual connection to water. Water is revered as the very essence of existence, a sacred force of vitality, purification, and healing. Shamans and spiritual elders read the whispers of tides, the pulse of rivers, and the cadence of falling rain, discerning within each movement the hidden intentions of their gods. Trade and travel. Water-based transportation, boats, ships, is central to their economy. They are known for their seafaring prowess and trade networks, navigating rivers, seas, and oceans to establish wide-reaching connections with other nations. Aesthetic and traditions. Architecture. Entire villages drift gently across the water, houseboats and adaptive dwellings engineered to rise and fall with every shift in the tide. Built from buoyant, waterproof materials like bamboo, reeds, and treated timber, these structures move as gracefully as the currents themselves, blending architecture and environment into a single, flowing rhythm. Rituals. Water holds a sacred place in their rites of passage. To mark life's turning points, whether a coming of age, the dawn of a new marriage, or the quiet grief after loss, participants immerse themselves in hallowed lakes and rivers, believing the flowing currents wash away burdens and renew the soul. At dusk, they gather on the banks to perform fluid, spiraling dances that mimic the river's own rhythms, honoring ancestral water spirits and deities who are said to govern the tides of fate. Art. Artworks that capture the rhythm of water, its fluid motion, rippling surfaces, and shimmering reflections, ranging from wave-kissed paintings and seashell-sculpted forms to textiles woven with delicate aquatic patterns.
3. Lightning Nation culture. Society and values. Energy and innovation. The Lightning Nation is a civilization forged in the relentless pursuit of raw energy. Its people prize razor-sharp intellect, swift decision-making, and boundless ingenuity. Innovation flashes through their culture like a storm front, and adaptability is second nature. To them, lightning is more than power, It is the very emblem of inspiration, a brilliant spark of sudden enlightenment that drives every leap forward. Ruled by the swift, leaders in the Lightning Nation are chosen for their ability to make decisions quickly and decisively, and their ability to survive lightning trials, where they must withstand the dangers of natural lightning strikes or challenges to their intellect. Those who successfully complete the lightning trials are appointed to a national governing council that sets policy and makes decisions on behalf of the entire country. Technological mastery. Renowned for their mastery of arcane engineering, they forge ingenious machines, devastating weapons, and intricate tools, all sustained by crackling currents of lightning. Entire cities glow with the incandescent pulse of this power, while sacred rites draw upon its raw, primal energy. Gifted by dragons with dominion over the storm, they summon bolts of living electricity, hurling them across the battlefield with awe-inspiring force. Aesthetic and traditions. Architecture. Their skylines are a forest of mirror-bright spires, angular towers that pierce the clouds like frozen bolts of lightning. Within these sleek edifices, storm-drawn energy courses through electrified walls, powering iridescent plasma lanterns and other high-tech marvels that make every home hum with living light. Rituals. To the Lightning Nation, every thunderstorm is a celestial liturgy. When thunderheads gather and the sky ignites, citizens converge on terraces and sky bridges, cloaked in crackling anticipation. Amid the strobing brilliance of forked lightning, priest-conductors chant resonant hymns, their voices weaving with the storm's own choir. Champions step forward to display breathtaking feats. Some channel raw currents through jeweled gauntlets, shaping arcs of living electricity into luminous sigils. Others test mental acuity by solving intricate puzzles while suspended in magnetized fields that sway with each thunderclap. These rites transform the tempest into a vast, living sanctuary, each flash a divine benediction, each rumble a drumbeat of communion between the people and the surging heart of the sky. Art. Electric-themed art, with glowing patterns, sharp lines, and dynamic designs. The lightning motif are incorporated into everything from jewelry to tattoos to murals.
4. Air Nation culture, society and values, freedom and spirituality. The Air Nation cherishes freedom above all, drawing its deepest inspiration from an intimate bond with the open sky. Unburdened by rigid hierarchy, theirs is an egalitarian society devoted to exploration, inner serenity, and a relentless quest for knowledge and enlightenment. Masters of the sky, the air nomads revere wind and sky as sacred avenues to the divine. Their days revolve around meditation and mindful practice, each breath an effort to lift the spirit beyond the earthly plane and into communion with higher realms. Nomadic lifestyle. Guided by a nomad's soul, they sail the heavens in wind-propelled skyships and drifting air caravans. Ever restless, they roam from horizon to horizon in search of fresh wellsprings of wisdom and sanctity. Yet their journeys most often lead them back to the far north, whose lands hum with the planet's deepest spiritual currents. Aesthetic and traditions. Architecture. Delicate pavilions of silk, bamboo, and pale wood rise like whispers in the wind, their open halls welcoming every wandering breeze. Some nestle atop sheer mountain crags, while others drift serenely among the clouds. Rituals. A strong emphasis on meditation and reflection, often performed in high places or in natural settings where the wind is prominent. During their festivals, the very sky becomes a playground. Airbenders take to the heights on feather-light wings, dance with colossal kites, and drift serenely atop levitating platforms. Art. Their artistry is steeped in the essence of air, sculptures that capture the wind's effortless flow and paintings alive with swirling clouds and limitless skies.
5. Earth Nation culture, society and values, strength and stability. The Earth Nation's society is steadfast and stoic, founded on the virtues of endurance, resilience, and patience. Their culture revolves around cultivating and safeguarding the land, guided by profound reverence for nature, agriculture, and enduring architecture. Fertility and growth. Earth stands for fertility and abundance. The Earth Nation venerates deities of soil, growth, and the turning seasons, weaving their lives around farming and harvest. Rituals, rooted in ancient lore, honor the land and ensure its enduring bounty. Connection to the land. Earth Nation citizens hold that their ancestors dwell within the very soil, instilling in them profound reverence for mountains, forests, and the planet's natural rhythms. Aesthetic and traditions. Architecture. Their architecture rises from the very bones of the earth, colossal temples chiseled into sheer cliffs, stone dwellings cradled by terraced hillsides, and cities seamlessly woven into the landscape. Underground caverns connect neighborhoods, while winding stone pathways trace the contours of mountains and valleys, making each structure feel like a natural outgrowth of the land itself. Rituals. Their calendar is marked by earth-centered rites, jubilant planting festivals, lavish harvest celebrations, and solemn ceremonies that honor the land's guardian spirits. Stone carving and earth-bending are hallowed arts, woven into every ritual and daily task, binding the people even closer to the soil they revere. Art. Their art is awash in earthy hues, stone reliefs, hand-thrown pottery, and canvases that echo rolling hills and primeval forests. Textiles are woven from wool and hemp, then tinted with clay-born dyes that mirror the land's own palette.
That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me today, and have a good evening. This has been your host, Dragon King Tom.